Yes, we are.
With a catch-up episode. Today we're actually both wearing our Romy t-shirt from the Romy and Michelle collection because as we're recording this is Romy and Michelle Day.
Yeah, we just launched.
So yeah, we're still
We just launched.
extremely excited from that.
Yeah.
And
I love these t-shirts.
Oh, me too.
They're like so nice, actually.
They're nice. It's a nice quality t-shirt.
We actually get them like printed at like a shop.
A special place.
In the States.
Yes, a small business, which we love to do.
Yeah, and we love these t-shirts also.
Yes, we do. They're like just
colors.
The best.
Comfort Colors is where it's
Cotton tees, and they like wear well. I don't like when t-shirts you have to like break them in.
They're stiff.
I don't have the time.
Well, what is it? Like we learned from watching Isaac Mizrahi on QVC.
About Pima cotton.
Pima cotton, like the length of the thread actually makes a difference.
Oh yeah, sometimes we will end up watching like HSN or QVC, one of them, and which is the one that he's on? It's Q.
Q.
It's Q.
It's the Q.
And they come on and they do. I love infomercials.
Yeah.
They're so soothing. But
is this infomercial? Or is it like home shopping?
Isn't it? Oh, I guess it's like home shopping.
Yeah.
But it's like the same kind of thing.
It's like the Requiem for a Dream.
Yes. Well, they kind of do the like infographic of the fibers of the cotton.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. The educational portion.
And they're like, these are longer fibers, so it's less like rough.
It's true. I saw a TikTok about it once. That's true.
Yes. And like everyone's like, this Pima cotton. And like the names of the colors are always something like burnt sienna.
Yeah, a classic.
Or like celebration orange.
Yeah. Sandstone.
Yes. The
watermelon.
There's like always some interesting sort of like taupe color that has a name.
Like will sell out first for some reason.
Which is genuinely a color that doesn't look good on anybody.
No.
And like you're all gonna get washed out by that.
And they're always like,
and Jessie has it on.
Although we did catch some Candace Cameron Bure on QVC.
And I was like, well, now I'm not watching
switch
this.
to HSN. Do you know what I wish they had? Sky Mall TV.
Okay.
Sky Mall's like how we met, kind of.
The first improv scene we ever did was about Sky Mall.
Yeah, it was. I'm like obsessed with Sky Mall though.
There's nothing better.
There is nothing better. How
I
about
just
the
love a
sneakers
catalog
with like the sperm on it? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I absolutely don't.
It's like a wannabe sneaker company for like old people. And it's like a walking shoe. It looks like an ASIC basically.
Okay.
But on the side, the logo is like literally a sperm.
I've never seen it.
You haven't?
What's the name of this company?
Like, I don't know, Sperms with a Z.
I'm wearing my sperms. Yeah. Like Skechers.
Yes.
But sperms.
Exactly. And it's like gone over everyone's head.
I'm going to have to look into that
I'll show you. I have a
pair. On ice?
Yeah. Oh.
They're boxed up?
Yeah, never touched the ground, not once.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Well,
very virile.
Speaking of infomercials, I think I'm going to have to just talk about the candle of the week before we get into this.
Is it in the shot or no, it's there. We can see it.
Excuse me. Did we get the shot? We get the shot of the Michelle candle, please.
In celebration pink.
Yes. We have it is the sparkle glass. Now this glass. No, but truly it is like a very special glass. It's a very complicated decorating process that goes into this. Like I have actually.
She wanted out of that decorating scheme.
Let's talk about that actually.
Okay.
So it's Michelle Cherry Blossom Dream from the Romy and Michelle collection, which is now just a week old as of the date of the airing of this podcast. She's so fresh.
Yeah.
She's a baby.
She's a newborn.
And as we mentioned before, this was our take on our classic Love Spell body spray. But I mean, it's so much more than that.
Yeah.
Even though that's like one of my favorite smells. It's
so classic.
It's one of those smells where you're like, ooh. I love this.
And it reminds you of like a very specific girl, like type of
gym class
person.
Body spray.
Yeah. Like it represents like an archetype.
Yes, it does. But it's basically a lot of like peach, cherry blossom, blonde woods, all kind of like layered into this beautiful floral, fruity, like daytime musk, like light musk.
Yeah, I love that.
And it's just really uplifting. If you like our Dolly Peach and Lily candle, this is a really nice like progression into that world.
And they're both pink.
They're pink. And it is an inside spray decoration.
Don't give away our trade secrets, Jocelyn.
You can tell.
I know.
But it's
That's a sticker.
I don't think people know about decorating glass in the United States.
It's not easy.
It's not.
No.
It's hard.
And you got to do a lot of them.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
And so we have a couple of different processes on here. There's a metallic paint in here, so you get that sort of like sheen of the lame fabric on her dress.
It's just like so ugh.
And then also the label
iconic.
has like 14 processes on it.
Yeah.
You think it's like these are the trade secrets.
Right.
On the catch-up episode,
emboss,
we're going to tell you.
Foils.
Gloss, emboss, matte.
She's beat for the gods.
Or embossed with gloss.
She has a full face.
Right, she is. It's a lot of techniques just to get a label that hits the mark.
That I want.
It is. It's like a specific like, no, it needs to be this.
Yeah.
We're probably so annoying to sample.
Yeah, but then when they do it, they're like, wow, this is cool, actually.
It came out cool.
Yeah. So we all win.
So everybody wins.
We're like the Steve Jobs of candle vessels.
Tell me
or
everything.
Just candles.
Tell me more.
We're just pushing
the boundaries
of what candles can be.
Okay, cool.
They can be glittery.
They absolutely can. They can have a label that has 14 different embossing processes on it.
Of course. It can be whatever it wants to be.
Emboss it again, gloss it with a matte gloss.
Harder this time.
We want the matte silver, not the gloss silver. The matte for the contrast.
As per my email above.
So I'm so annoying.
No, you're not.
No, I just want my
Don't you dare go down. No.
I don't think that.
Good.
I don't think that I'm annoying. I think I'm a very reasonable person.
They've been conditioning us to think this for our whole lives.
Yes.
So they can get away with it.
Yes, it's true. Do you know what I've been keenly aware of since filming this podcast? Just like on a completely separate note, is that every time I sit down, that I'm serving you guys just a little of this.
A little foop?
Just a little of like
a delicious fupa?
It's just that like clothes are not made for me.
It's just you're very short.
I'm short, and then the fabric from here to here just has nowhere to go.
I'm sorry,
so this is all me, baby.
It's just a handful of dickies.
Just gonna tuck that.
No one would have noticed if you didn't point it out.
But I can feel it, and if I can feel it, you can
We all have to feel it.
So yeah, we're burning Michelle still.
The full lighter, the matching lighter.
She's just a week old, and this is my third Michelle that I've gone. Third.
Wow. Good for you.
I know. She's fast becoming a staple.
You drink them, right?
I do. I drink them right now. But there was the one that I did before we launched that I was burning in here.
Yes.
Which was hard because I was like getting very concerned that I was gonna like accidentally do a story or something with it in the background.
You've also done the sample too. We burnt the samples.
That's true.
As well.
The samples, the burn test. So yeah, Michelle has been burned a lot in this household this year, and I'm just excited for everyone else to get on board because it's
now we're both love spell bitches.
Oh my god.
And Molly too. But
today we're going to try something for the catch-up episodes, which is we're going to take a Candle Coven email, and you guys can always email us at podcast@bijoutcandles.com with anything you want us to talk about on the catch-up episodes. Yeah. So if you have any questions about candles, a piece of advice you might want us to try and noodle on, or
pop culture, nostalgia,
something specific that you want to talk about.
Yeah, we like
pop
specific
culture.
stuff.
So we actually have a really good email today that I'm going to read. And I think we're just going to take that one email and run with it and see where we go. Does that sound good to you?
Yes, and.
Perfect. Okay. This one does not have a name from it, so if you wrote this, thank you.
Oh, interesting.
And I'm not going to say the email address.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you imagine?
This is from, and her phone number is.
Yeah.
It says, "Hi, Bijou Candle Moms." I love being a candle mom.
Yeah, we're built for it.
You know, girl mom, boy mom,
thanks,
candle mom.
Yeah. Hashtag candle mom.
Hashtag candle mom. Huge fan of the pod and the candles. I've been thinking a lot about more obscure things from the 80s and 90s, like the Dennis the Menace cartoon and even Party of Five, which I feel like no one talks about anymore. True. What are some more obscure stuffs from our childhoods that you think deserve a revisit? Love you. Thanks. Bye. Wow. Okay, obscure stuffs from our childhood. There's so many things that are popping into my head right now.
Okay, I literally just saw, because like on Reddit, I follow like our nostalgia and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, nice.
I literally saw the commercial. So we all remember creepy crawlers.
Creepy Creepy crawlers.
But I think the one that like I actually had,
yeah,
and I remember more distinctly,
okay,
is Dr. Dreadful's Food Lab.
Is
by
it like
Tycho.
gummy stuff?
It's the same as creepy crawler, like,
but you can eat it.
Yeah,
you can't eat creepy crawlers.
Oh yeah, you eat it. It's like candy.
Okay. Can you talk to me about this one? I don't
And then
know if
the
I remember
commercial
I
is
remember creepy
like-
crawlers, but not this.
The commercial is like a doctor, and he literally looks like Dr. Carpet from Search Party.
Like, I bet we could find the commercial.
Oh,
for
I
it.
just watched it. It's like on Reddit.
Wait,
and I was like, this is the
so-
one that I had.
How did it work exactly? What
Like
was
you would
the
have
machine?
like a mold for like a spider gummy, and you would pour like whatever concoction, like it would come
Some
in like
sort
a
of
powder
corn
thing.
syrup thing.
No, you know, like
gelatin.
the powder pouches that like
Okay.
you get like in macaroni and cheese.
Yep.
It's like that, but filled with like sugar.
Yes.
And then you mix it with whatever, maybe water, and then you pour it in the mold. It's like manufacturing 101. You have your own little factory.
Baby's first factory.
Yes.
Handmade in the United States.
Exactly. Hand poured and packaged. So you pour the little mixture into the spider, and then it molds.
Imagine
and it's like a fake oven and
That
stuff.
is so funny. And it's like a big light bulb in there, right?
I don't.
No,
yeah,
they're like
no.
little light bulbs that heat it up.
You might not even need to bake these ones because they're just candy. So it would be like pour, you know, like those Japanese ones or Korean ones now that are popular that you like pour the powder in and it pulls out and like continuously pulls out.
Okay.
I'm sure you've seen the video.
Yeah.
It was like that.
Yeah.
But it would be like, look how creepy it is.
And you ate it?
Yeah. I ate it.
Those things that like came to eat, they're so nasty. Like, have you ever had Easy Bake Oven stuff?
I've never eaten it, no.
Okay, so I got an Easy Bake Oven from my grandmother, and I must have been really little because I wasn't living with her yet when I got it. And I was,
so under 6?
You know what, we'll keep it at my house. How about that? So we kept it at her house.
So it would stay like pristine.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure my grandmother was like, I'm not going to send her home with this like light bulb firebox.
Yeah.
Just like when her mom has enough to worry about. Which, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's like a baby at home.
Yeah.
But I remember like making it with her and like putting it in and she like put it on the trash can to use it.
That is so funny.
And I like remember being a little kid and being like, so we just put the light bulb in there? And like, and then like the light bulb like cooked it and it smelled like kind of like burning plastic because it's like
can you imagine the microplastics?
I think they're
we
like
got from that?
extremely flammable.
Yeah, they're dangerous.
They could not. How is that safe to make something that heats up enough to make a small cake? And it comes in like these little mini like cakes that like never really.
Was it in like a pan?
Yeah, like you get like a little box mix and you like add water. Yep. No, the pans are metal, I think.
How big is it? Like how big are like the actual things that you're baking?
Tiny.
And did you eat it? They're really like thin, right? Is that why they
it's
can
like
bake?
a pancake. Yeah. Yeah.
Was it gross?
No, yeah, it's like very like.
Did
Have
your
you ever seen
grandmother
like the
try
ones
it?
where Trixie Mattel gets like
that's like how I know.
She ate the
Yeah.
vintage one.
Like I don't really think I ever interacted with an Easy Bake Oven.
Yeah.
But
I did do also the creepy crawlers, which smelled super bad.
They're disgusting.
They smell it's burnt. It's literally burning.
Wait, so
rubber.
did you not? We didn't eat the creepy crawlers.
No, it's just made. That's why I was like just making sure. What
Yeah, I definitely didn't eat them.
They're like rubber and they smell really bad.
What were they for? Just to have?
Just like to have
play
a creepy
pranks.
Yes. So I remember using a creepy crawler at this girl Kelly's house. I can't remember if I remember this. Who was like an elementary school friend, and it was a snow day, and I went over to her house, and she had the creepy crawlers. I think her brother had it or something, and we made creepy crawlers, and I brought it home. I like brought the one that I made home, and it smelled like
I like can
bad.
distinctly recall the smell.
Yeah,
I like
it
know exactly the
stinks.
smell.
Mm-hmm.
Was your mom like, what's this?
I actually think she ended up getting one for me and my sister as
Oh,
well.
wow. All right. That's very
Yeah.
nice.
So I got whatever I wanted.
That's so funny that your grandmother would do it with you. That she must have been so patient. But you were like so cute.
She's such a good. Well, she's a teacher.
Yeah.
She literally taught us. She was like, there's literally a picture of me like moments after I'm born, and she's holding me and she's going like this, and I'm like, what is she doing? She goes, she's teaching you how to count.
Already.
1,
Straight out the womb.
2. And I was like, no pressure.
You never stopped counting since.
Yeah.
That's what you thought. Imagine being born. Yeah. And like someone starts counting for you and you're like, I guess I'm supposed to count this whole time.
Oh my God. Don't, like, I really would still be counting.
I know you would.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Like Eunice, 10, 1,000.
Nice.
Yeah.
So wait, speaking of obscure things from our childhood,
Yes.
aside from like all the obscure weird toys that never worked,
Yeah.
they never worked really.
Not once. They would work for like 10 minutes and then something would happen.
And then like if they did, like I remember like setting stuff up and my mom being like, it doesn't work. Like I literally remember my mom being like, this doesn't work.
So is there like
she's
some
right.
sort of battery conspiracy? Like our parents didn't have them. I feel like you had to have a battery for everything.
It wasn't even the battery of it all. It would be like you would set it up and you had to like turn a crank and the crank wasn't like properly aligned. Like the pieces didn't, like it wasn't, no one
they weren't
R&D'd
fabricated.
it. Yeah.
The tuning was off.
The quality control wasn't that.
And like getting them out of the box.
You know? The way that they put these like Barbies into a box.
Yeah, they like imprisoned her in there.
She's being trafficked.
Yeah, she
Why do we need to have the one, the one around the waist that's like all jagged?
Yes.
I'm like, I think she's fine with just the twist
Right,
ties.
okay, Saw.
Yeah.
My God.
I don't need her in
Is that
here
what the movie's going to be about?
No, I hit Barbie.
Yeah.
Like getting her out of the box.
Yes.
It's awful.
Like figuratively and
I can't wait for
literally.
that movie.
Yeah, me too.
Wait, but speaking of obscure
Yes.
things from our childhood, this movie that I've definitely like brought it up before, and I think I even posted a clip from it one time, but it's the Hug-a-Bunch movie.
Is that the one that's like in the mirror?
Yes.
What does she say? She has like an iconic line.
Well, I don't really remember like her lines, but basically it's like Hug-a-Bunch. She comes through the mirror and there's this like little girl. I think it's maybe like 90 it came out, like early. Like we're little, like 89, 90, 91 at the most. I'm not going past 91, I don't think.
In memory?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think it came out after that. I think we were really little. And it's like, these are like these like Gen X little kid movies almost, like that time period.
Yeah, they were getting weird.
They were like the things that came out in the 70s and 80s for children were really odd.
They were like on the drugs.
No, it's like
LSD. Experimental drugs.
The Lysergic Children's Hour.
Yeah.
That's
it was like Vietnam time.
Yeah, I don't know.
Lysergic Children's Hour.
The things that they like when you watch some of the stuff from when we were kids, it gives you a weird, creepy feeling.
Yeah.
But this is a creepy, weird movie. Mm-hmm. And like this little girl finds this like little kind of like Cabbage Patch doll, like a little girl, but she's like a little bit bigger, and she's a Hug-a-Bunch, and she's like hi, and she's like absolutely horrifying.
Yeah.
And she pulls her into the mirror world.
Right.
And they have to like go through this world because there's like an evil queen that's like harvesting this fruit to keep her young or something.
This is the plot to like everything that they showed us as kids.
Right?
Yeah.
I actually like would love to find it and like rewatch.
I think we saw some of it.
It's got to be on, the whole thing has to be on YouTube. But it's absolutely freaky.
No, it is freaky. And I feel like the girl has like a really hilarious haircut. Yeah. Which sticks with me. That's like when I'm like trying to recall it. Like that's what I'm seeing.
For some reason, our parents, for children born through like from like the late 70s through the mid 80s, they tried to give us these kind of like cool like tennis lesbian haircuts.
Bang haircuts.
The
bangs would often start from back here.
Yep.
And just travel all the way down.
It was just like a lot of like different mullet.
Big time mullets.
That was
big
happening.
Mullets. Like who is inspiring? Mullets are like so popular right now.
I love the mullet that's happening now because it's like an amalgamation of all the things good in mullet, which is like the shag haircut,
like a bang
with it. It's like that wolf cut that everyone's doing, which I think.
Well, there's the gay
really
version,
good.
then there's the straight version, and the straight version, I'm not really sure what the origins of it are. It's like more of a Joe Dirt.
Oh no, I'm talking.
And I know this from going to the gym.
No.
Like every single guy at the gym that's like under
that's true
35 or 30 had a mullet.
Like a real one.
Like an actual mullet. Like who done this to you?
I'm very into like the fashion version.
Yeah, obviously.
Which is like with like,
like the Bowie mullet.
It has its roots in the Bowie mullet. It harkens back to the 90s shag made popular by Meg Ryan, done by, what's her name?
Sally Hershberger.
Sally Hershberger herself. Lesbian mullet.
Yeah.
It's
like Meg Ryan is like not remotely a lesbian.
No, but Sally Hershberger is.
Yeah, she is.
And she made the haircut. And David Bowie made the haircut. And he's not even alive anymore. For some reason.
These are shoes.
These are shoes, silly. Pepsi's Pepsi. Yeah. I'm wearing like one of those bras that just like won't stay on my shoulders. Girls, can you know what I'm talking about?
It doesn't have like any of those like silicone.
No.
It's a sexy bra?
No. Do you ever just like wear a bra that just like, well, never mind.
I stopped a long time ago.
I'm like not going to wear a bra anymore. But then my pants and my boobs will be touching.
As long as you're comfortable.
I was comfortable until it just like falls off. We need better strap technology.
Let's get on it.
I can't
call NASA.
Listen, I've been doing production since I was a child. I've been making creepy crawlers. I've been making cakes.
Right? They put us right to work. Also, another thing that I feel like we don't talk about anymore, and like on purpose, is Captain Planet.
Okay.
We just like pretend Captain Planet like never happened. Like they're not like I feel like it would be so hot for like a remake, like a live action remake. But they're like, maybe we went too hard on this like environmental stuff on these millennials. Because now they are like wise to it.
That like brings into a bigger question of like when we go back and rewatch a lot of the stuff that we are nostalgic for, it's either absolutely horrifying.
Yeah, like so misogynistic.
Or like there's so much stuff for children that's like very grooming.
Oh my god, like all of it.
I literally just got
even like Hug a Bunch is probably.
There's a clip going around from the Babysitters Club movie.
Oh my god, yeah.
When it's the plot point with the 13-year-old and
diabetes.
Yes, what's her name?
Oh my god, I can never remember names.
She's 13 and she's dating a 17-year-old.
It's in the city, right?
And they go to the city and some other.
Like,
they go to a club. One? Yes, exactly.
The one with the curly hair.
Yes.
With diabetes.
Stacy?
Maybe Stacy.
Hey guys, for some reason I forgot all their names. But regardless of that, you're like, what? It's like 13-year-olds and 17-year-olds, and the guy's like, I'll be back next summer, and she's like, I'll be 14 then, and it's like he'll be 18.
As if that's like old enough.
He'll be 18 and she'll be 14, and then they kiss.
I mean, didn't you go to a high school where there were 8th graders there?
Yes.
Like that's so creepy to me.
Exactly, and it's because like the Babysitters Club movie tells us that that's normal and fine, even though it's probably not.
Oh my god. Blank Check. That was crazy.
There's movies like that.
And I loved that movie because
it's a little boy and an adult woman. And also Blank Check and then Milk Money.
Which one's Milk Money?
Isn't Milk Money the one with what's her name? His mom. Dakota Johnson's mom.
Melanie Griffith.
And there's like Milk Money. They hire like a sex worker. She's a sex worker to like kiss them or maybe date their dad. I don't know, but like
kids do it?
Yes. It's crazy.
Weird science.
Okay.
There's a bunch.
Weird science. How crazy is that? Creating a woman in a lab?
There's so many.
I don't like it.
Even like Lolita, American Beauty.
All of that.
And these are like obvious too. There's ones that are more subtle.
Exactly. So there's that whole thing. And then back to the Captain Planet of it all.
Yeah.
They forget then that they also showed us stuff that had like good messages. And like we also took that on. And so now like they wonder why we're all like this.
And like empathy.
Like there were so many shows that actually were like
they taught us about like about animals and empathy and other cultures and traveling and the news. Like and all the stuff on Nick was like good.
And now we like call that stuff back and they're like, where'd you get that from?
Right?
It's like I wasn't certainly making the TV in 1994.
Well, while you all were like getting drunk and like out partying at TGI Fridays, we were at home watching Captain Planet and learning about stuff.
Apparently TGI Fridays used to be.
We've all seen Cocktail. If we haven't, you should watch it.
With Tom Cream?
Tom Cream. That's the TGI Fridays.
Yeah. TGI Fridays used to be it.
Yeah, it was like the bar to go to.
It was like cool.
Yeah.
So like at what point, on a tangent, at what point did all those like sort of chain restaurants from our childhood that like were definitely better because they were less like chainy.
Are they franchises?
Are they franchised?
I never really experienced them in the 90s because I didn't
live here.
Overseas.
Okay.
But yeah, like I never really went to like a Ruby Tuesdays until we came back.
Yeah,
and
like
it was like on the way out.
Applebee's used to be so much better than it is.
I think I feel like when they all just started getting their food. When did this happen? That they all just started getting like prepackaged frozen
from
food?
Like corporate.
Yeah.
Did they always?
Like
I don't know how it works.
Like I had a friend in college who worked at Chili's in high school.
Yeah.
And they said that there were no stovetops in the back.
Huh.
Like it's all just like microwaves.
Interesting.
They just like heat up shit.
Reheat job.
And the skillet. What's it called? The fajitas.
Yeah.
What's it called? Like the
sizzling fajitas.
Yeah. It's literally just like water on like a hot pan.
Well, yeah, that's how you make the sizzle.
That's
is there
ruined the illusion there.
It's a while to get a loud fajita.
Do you get it in public?
That is a very 90s thing, is getting a loud fajita at a restaurant.
Totally. For a celebration even. You would do it. Like the birthday fajita.
Anytime you're in a restaurant, you're just like...
Did you... Everyone in the restaurant's like...
Did you guys just hear Molly?
That was Molly.
Knock.
Playing the drums.
Hello. Speaking, did you order a loud fajita?
Yes, she did. Everyone in the restaurant's like,
I know. Oh, they got the fajitas.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder who got that.
So it's like they would just pour the water on and then walk out. And some waiter had to be like, I hope I don't burn myself.
Pretty much.
On this absolutely screaming hot,
like paid $7 an hour with no benefits.
I used to always like to get the blondie that sizzled too, the walnut blondie.
They made a sizzling blondie?
Yes, and like you poured the like sauce and it was like fudge.
Fudge?
And they poured the sauce on it and it would just be like
Don't fudge me.
Anyways.
Fudge?
God, we ate so much of that stuff as kids. I'm surprised we're okay.
Did you go to the salad bar?
At Ruby Tuesdays, I'd hook myself up on the salad bar. They had pumpernickel croutons. Do they still have those?
Do they have salad bars?
I like can't digest that food anymore. I don't know what it is.
Remember the last time we went to Olive Garden?
Olive Garden.
All of her, all of me. Olive Garden.
We went to Olive Garden. What year was this?
18 or 19? Didn't we go for Valentine's Day?
No, it's way
17?
Yeah.
We went for Valentine's Day.
As like a joke.
Half joke, half not joke.
We were like, let's go to the part going on it for it as a Valentine's Day was the joke part.
Yeah.
Going there just to go there was not a joke.
And it was the 125th one too.
Yeah. So we hustled over there and we were both so violently sick after.
You had to like take me to the hospital.
It was like
I remember getting like one
out
of those
of every orifice.
Yeah, if I could get up. I was like, it like took me out.
It sucked. It used to be so good. Remember when it was good?
I really enjoyed though the ability to like order on a device.
Oh, when you just press the button and you don't have to talk to a person?
Yeah.
That's like very Japan, right? You can have like a totally private ordering.
Which sucks because like it is great.
Yeah.
But like it's not like the people who would have those jobs have like any kind of backup, you know?
Right.
So that sucks.
Yep. It sucks.
But yes, I did enjoy that.
Yeah.
But boy, I remember like taking a green cab home.
Yeah.
Like coming outside and be like, I need to take a cab.
I know we like lived right near it. We were sick.
Yeah. And like
we were very sick.
Opening the window and being like,
I think I had like a sodium overload.
Yeah. It's like the sodium.
I just like can't. I don't know what's wrong with me. I cannot stomach it. So
I'm a delicate baby flower.
That's just me.
Can't stomach.
I like can't stomach anything though.
No, you can't.
Like I literally like drink
really
Diet
can't.
Coke. I have like one Diet Coke a day, you guys. I'm not kidding. And like you would think I have a lot. At most I have 2. And they hurt.
No, you barely. No.
They hurt my stomach.
Yeah.
And I won't stop because.
And apparently, according to my dentist, it's like the worst thing I could possibly do.
Seriously?
Yeah. Well, my dental hygienist.
What'd she say?
She just like makes me feel bad for like I do nothing else, and it's like the Diet Coke and the tea. I'm like, what? Like.
I know. Sometimes they're like, "Oh, I gotta get this staining off," and I was like, "Relax."
Like that's why I'm here, to get the staining off.
Don't
you have stuff for that?
No cavities.
I know. My God.
I floss every day.
That being said, give me all new teeth, please.
Yeah. Why?
I would love to start over with my teeth.
Same teeth, just like start fresh?
Yeah, but like post braces maybe.
What would you do different?
Wear my retainer.
Yeah.
Yours is like surgically implanted, which
It is. I have a permanent one. When they told me it was permanent, I was like, forever? They're like, yeah, you're going to keep that forever. And I was like, I'm going to have a bar on my teeth for the rest of my life.
Did you not consent?
I mean, I was like, do you want it to move back? And I had just been through absolute hell. So I was like, no.
Seriously.
And like, I got used to it. But I'll tell you what.
No, your teeth fucking stayed.
It made me feel claustrophobic in the way that when I think about getting tattoos makes me feel claustrophobic.
The braces or the retainer?
Permanence of it.
And do you still feel like that?
Yeah. Like
do you ever just want to like rip it out and be like, ah!
No, because I'm so scared of my teeth moving. But like,
seriously,
I had braces for like how long?
Like 5 years.
It was like 4 years, 3.5 years.
Do you include the palate expander on that?
If we include the palate expander, it was 4 years of orthodontics.
I can't believe we went through that. Seriously, like when I think back about like the braces years, those were dark.
So why? I feel like the kids that are like child stars these days like don't have braces in the public eye. What are they doing?
Are their teeth? Do they need them?
Yeah, some of them.
They're not having them.
But then their teeth end up. All of a sudden they're 18. They have perfect teeth. So are they just doing veneers?
I think so. I think there's a pop in veneer industry. I mean, we definitely know it in England it is.
I have questions. Hold on. I have teeth questions.
I have teeth answers, I hope.
I don't know. Like, don't you... Wait, is there something that you can... Are there braces that go on the inside of your mouth?
Yes.
I think some of them do that.
You think? I think you can still see them, kind of. Who is there anyone specific you're talking about?
Okay, so I'm thinking of like Millie Bobby Brown, for example.
She had braces.
She did?
Yeah.
So that's just me not remembering that.
Well, I mean, I don't think you're like really on Millie Bobby Brown's case.
But like she didn't have them for that. Maybe the braces technologies, they just move faster now.
I mean, you can't really like speed up teeth moving.
See, that's what my orthodontist said.
He's right.
He was like, all your friends are with. I'm like, my friends had theirs off in 2 years, and they're like, all those friends are gonna have to have braces again.
He's completely right.
And he was right.
Like even when I went to the dentist the last time, they were like, they did my X-rays, and they were like, your roots are kind of like moved, or like they're like soft, or I forget what they said.
Soft.
What?
If you fucking call teeth soft again in my presence, I'm gonna lose. It's so gross to me.
Sorry.
For some reason, calling teeth soft to me.
Soft teeth.
It's like, no.
People do be having soft teeth.
No, I can't.
Your teeth look really hard.
Thank you. The thought of like a spongy... Have you ever had like those nightmares where your teeth are like soft and falling out? Like that's what it's like.
Yes, like
it's
constantly.
Yeah.
And I wake up with my teeth are there. I'm like, thanks to God.
I used to have these like dreams. I hate to digress even further, but what else are we doing?
Yeah.
But digressing. I used to have these dreams in like high school that were recurring where I had really soft hands and everything I would touch would stick into my hands.
Like it would be like they were sticky or would get stuck in it.
Like, it was almost like a wax.
How everything everywhere all at once.
My hands are soft, I know. Like, it was literally like I would touch this and, like, it would just, like, be stuck in my hand.
Ew.
I know.
I had a dream once where my skin was, like, see-through on a part of my leg and I could see my muscle. And that made me want to die.
That's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Why would our brains do that to us?
I don't know what she's doing. Aren't you trying to survive? Like,
our
what are you doing to me?
Our brains are literally betraying us all the time.
Constantly.
You know?
Thank God, okay.
She's in the oubliette. Molly has gotten into her bed finally.
Oh my God.
Yes, so... All right, so let's go back to other obscure... Let's reset on other obscure things.
Yeah, I also just
wanted
to mention that Captain Planet was really hot. That's...
Yeah, he was. He was hot. I mean, in so many ways.
Mm-hmm.
If there was a captain of the planet, though, wouldn't it be a woman?
Obviously. I feel like he's no, I feel like he's Mother Earth's like security guard.
Cool. I like
he's
that.
He's like her right-hand man.
Her pool boy, if you will.
Yeah.
No, I'm here for that.
Who would you cast as Captain Planet if we were to... Let's cast the whole fucking movie.
Oh my God. I can't remember everyone's... Earth, wind,
yeah, just by
fire,
the element.
Water.
All I know is Heart is Mati, because that was like basically my brother's name.
Oh, interesting.
And he had the same like haircut.
Oh, very cool. Okay. Who would I cast? I'm only gonna be able to cast Captain Planet.
Let's cast Captain Planet then.
Fine.
Tom Cream.
Timothy Chalamet.
LOL. With the hair. We just make it green.
He'll just be like, oh, awesome.
Yeah, you would.
Who would be Captain Planet? I want to cast somebody good. Tom Holland? I feel like he has the...
No. These guys do not have the stature of Captain Planet.
I just was thinking it might need to be somebody that can be good on a stunt.
Also, how old is he meant to be?
Ageless. Simply Ageless by Ramona. What is it? 26?
Really?
Do you think he's like 19?
I feel like he's older.
How old is he?
I don't know. I was thinking more of like Tom Hanks.
He's someone's like granddad?
Chet Hayes?
No! Chet Hanks? Is that what you said?
Chet Hayes.
Who's Chet Hayes?
Is that his name that he goes by?
Chet Hanks?
Yeah, but doesn't he go by Chet Hayes?
I don't know that. Who's Chet Hayes?
Isn't it his stage name?
I don't know that. Do you need to... That's gonna be like a person. I really don't know.
All right, well, I'll have to look that up later.
Oh my God, Chet Hanks. We literally looked up Chet Hanks last night because he was in the news for doing something ridiculous.
He got in a feud with Eric Andre.
And I was just like, whose kid is this?
Which is basically what Eric Andre said. He was like, I don't believe that you're Tom Hanks' kid.
But isn't there like a thing about Rita Wilson maybe being like nasty?
yes, I've heard that she's like not nice.
So if he's married to someone that's not nice, does that mean he's not nice?
Well, he's in the Carly Rae Jepsen video, so like he gets mad points for that.
Yeah.
And apparently I've heard he's nice to people.
Yeah, I hate that.
He's not like Bill Murray.
Who's not nice.
Very much
Just
not
apparently.
nice.
So, watch out, people. Be not nice.
I know.
You guys, what does being nice mean? That's like a first and
something
foremost.
that's imposed upon women.
I think this like being kind is like a totally different thing.
Like even the Hugh Grant interview at the Oscars, like I didn't think was like that much to write home about.
Yeah,
Ashley Graham.
I basically just saw two people doing something that they probably neither needed to or wanted to do, but they had to do it for some sort of obligation.
Right.
And they
fulfilled the obligation.
They fulfilled the obligation.
Fine. I didn't
like
need them
I
to,
don't
like,
really
be best
think that I've
friends.
known what's his name to be
Hugh Grant
to be like the nicest guy. Have you ever seen him in every movie he's in? He's like, sorry,
I know.
I'm such a cock up.
Speaking of, we watched Notting Hill recently.
Speaking of childhood favorites,
Watchable.
It was so hard to watch.
Terrible. The tropes that Julia Roberts actually like has in her movies are quite painful. Like I loved My Best Friend's Wedding.
Oh, but she's a horrible.
She's a horrible bitch in that movie.
Horrible.
Awful. Poor Cameron Diaz.
Poor Cameron Diaz, who's like 18 in the movie.
Isn't that crazy? Also,
how old is
even
the character?
that she's like 18. She
yeah,
might be 20.
you guys, absolutely fucking not what
They're
they
on
showed
some
us.
shit with us. Everything that we watch, I'm like, what were they fucking showing us?
Right? Wait, so speaking of something obscure that just popped in my head, do you remember it was like a series of either shows or movies, The Encyclopedia Brown?
Yeah.
Do you remember this?
I think it was shows.
Huh?
Shows?
They were maybe shows.
Yeah, that feels right.
But there's this one particular either episode or movie of Encyclopedia Brown, and then he has like a sidekick named Sally.
Uh-huh.
I think her name is. And I remember they had to find like a bronzed rose and in like a grave or either in like a monument near the end of the movie. And she celebrates and has like this like extremely cool dress that my brain is telling me that is like almost like patent leather pink or like hot pink. Well, if anyone else has this fever dream, please let me know.
Other stuff you've remembered that's been accurate. This is
but
probably
maybe I'm
accurate.
combining it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember it that vividly.
Well, I do because it
was live action.
Yeah, it's live action, and
yeah,
I've
like
tried to
like
find it before, and I can't find
itself.
it. Yes, like those like weird episodes and shows that like where did they go?
The dress, like it'll be like the dress, and then you'll see it again and be like
right?
It'll take you right back.
And like another one that comes to my mind is this TV show, and I've talked about it before, that was out in 2001 called Spider Games. And the finale was supposed to, and it was like this like whodunit,
like The Mole kind of.
Yeah, but it was a fiction.
Show. Yeah, it was a show.
And we were like, who's the mole going to be? Who's the person behind it?
Yeah.
And they never aired it because the finale was meant to air on 9/11.
Yeah.
The 9/11. So
which we do
obviously
talk about on
all
every episode.
Programming got cut.
Yes,
and they never re-aired it. So we never found out what happened.
We gotta call like Andy Cohen and be like, can you find this footage for us?
Right?
So we know. I can't die not knowing what happened on Spider Games.
I also want them to re-release Rich Girls from MTV.
I think, you know what they did? I think we watched it on Paramount, and I think we were like, this is terrible, actually.
I can't remember rewatching Rich Girls, but maybe. I don't remember it.
It doesn't hold a candle to Pretty Wild, which is the best show that's ever happened.
I just remember like there being an episode of Allie Hilfiger on the phone with Tommy Hilfiger making a burrito and crying about her like an existential crisis.
Amazing. I just remember them going to Pangea all the time.
Pangea.
Which was like down the street from our restaurant too.
Still happening.
Can you believe?
An institution.
It really is. I'm so happy for it.
Yes. The things that stick around in Manhattan.
You got to hold them tight because you never know.
Right?
That's like the hardest thing about like being from New York is that nothing exists anymore.
And like things that are like institutions have just like come and gone.
Like when we went back to Vienna, we would just like go visit all the places we would go. They were still there. And it like is not like that here.
No, we will throw the baby out with the bathwater in Manhattan.
Now it's like a Chase Bank.
Listen,
everything.
It's the bottom line, baby. Mm-hmm. That's America, baby.
It's the Target. America's the Target.
America is a
Walmart.
Mm-hmm. It's wearing a fake Gucci belt.
Oh yeah.
Wait, speaking of Walmart, you know what that makes me think of is like the stores that we used to go to as kids. That
KB Toys.
Okay, KB Toys, which no longer exists.
I loved going to KB Toys.
They have one at our local mall. So.
I once saw Jacquet at a KB Toys.
Oh shit, that's a
and
very
we
good.
talked to her because I was a huge fan.
What was she like?
The same. She was like so nice and
Were you
funny.
like, excuse me, Jacquet?
Yes, I was with my mommy, and it was probably like around Ladybugs times because like I was a big Ladybugs fans for many reasons.
Yeah. Mostly Jonathan Brandis's hair.
Which one? The Martha wig?
Both. Now see, like, how can Jonathan Brandis doing a wig application that is so convincing?
Like, he would literally be on the field and be like, moving it.
And he'd be like, guys, Martha's wearing an obvious bob wig. It's not like she's like laying lace and then like going and doing soccer game.
The excuse was that puberty is a bitch.
That's right.
We don't know what these girls are going through.
Got away with like a lot of stuff in movies by just like some sort of thing that people just bought.
Mrs. Doubtfire?
The Mrs. Doubt. Hello!
Yeah, but like, did we see a tweet recently that was like, you know, people talk shit about Sally Fields for like not seeing that it was her ex-husband.
Yeah.
But like, in order to accuse someone
You better be
100%.
You better be sure.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just be like, are you my husband?
Yeah.
Like, I get it.
Especially in this day and age.
And from what we're meant to believe, the gays that were doing the application during
Harvey Fierstein?
Yeah. And his partner during the makeup scene. I'm sorry, but it was there were no seams. It was flawlessly done. They made custom prosthetics.
It was flawlessly done.
That apparently Robin Williams could apply and unapply easily as a straight man. I don't know.
In the bathroom of a restaurant? With that, I've seen the amount of hair that he has on his
Do you know how long it took me to get into Romy and Michelle drag?
Jaws, I'm still recovering from it. I have a walk straight in a week.
Right. And I'm like, oh, he went to the bathroom and went in and out of full prosthetics.
Yeah.
Academy Award-winning level prostheses. Mm-hmm. And I'm meant to believe that he was doing that.
I had a hard time believing that Romy and Michelle made those French twists in that bathroom.
They didn't.
So, there you go.
There is no way that Romy and Michelle, those are some of the most complicated French twist updos.
They were perfect.
And then they go to the car and change and have different hair.
I know.
That's the part of the movie where I'm just like,
there's
they're magic then.
I mean, the coffee maker, we talked about it. There's a lot of like
still wanting to know.
You know what's so perfect? I love that they made it like that.
Yeah. I just like imagine Ramon had it in the car.
And
she's like, put it in the trunk.
Sure, whatever.
There. It's the 90s.
Maybe Ramon's in the box.
Yeah.
It's in the box.
If that's the case, somebody better go to Tucson and pick that car up because it's still sitting there.
Yeah, it is. Like right now.
Right?
You know what I feel like kind of gets overlooked when we talk about obscureness or just like nostalgic stuff?
Yeah.
There's like a pocket of like late 90s, 2000s where there were Saturday morning shows that I just fucking loved.
Like Pepper Ann?
Like there were the Pepper Anns, the Recesses, but then there were the teenage ones like Hang Time and City Guys.
I don't really know those shows that much.
Oh my god, really? Even the one that was with Anne Hathaway, it was called like
Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, it was called like it was all what was it fucking called?
Was this like Saturday morning after the cartoons were on?
Maybe, yeah.
Like was Ghost Rider on around this time? Or was that different?
It was like
PBS? Was Ghost
Rider?
Yeah,
that was like a little bit earlier in time.
Got it.
This was more like there were other ones too, but it was all like the teen shows.
Yeah. I think I didn't really watch those ones. I do remember after like the Saturday morning cartoons coming on, The Great Pretenders would come on.
You're the greatest singers.
You're the greatest dancers. You're the great pretenders. Yeah. With
Fergie?
Stacey Ferguson, who went by Stacey at the time.
I love that show.
Can we talk about Fergie just like being here?
Whoa!
She's just like, like we have her.
Yeah.
Like we've had her since Kids Incorporated.
And I'll tell you what. Glamorous fucking slaps.
Oh, that album is me working retail in Soho in 2009.
2009, yeah. Mm-hmm. Gee.
How come every time you come around my London?
What is she talking about?
Like London. Like we were crazy.
She's actually so iconic. She's peed on stage.
Yep, multiple times.
She's done one-handed cartwheels on the Live Today show?
Yeah, when she's like, whoa!
And then we can never forget.
Whoa!
That's my president.
Iconic.
What have we done to deserve Stacey Ferguson?
Not enough.
Not enough. And then the Good Girls Don't Cry video with Milo
Ventimiglia?
That's what it is.
I can't believe that.
I can't believe
Ventimiglia? I can't believe my brain knows
it's
that.
It's venti here, okay?
Oh, sorry, a venti. Yeah. Wait, other obscure things though that came up, Kids Incorporated. I feel like people don't know about Kids Incorporated.
Yeah, because they are so focused on the Mickey Mouse.
Because it was what Mad TV was to SNL, Kids Incorporated was to the Mickey Mouse Club. Do you agree? It was like the B cut, but maybe
the thing is, to me, I think Mad TV is better than SNL. So, but I don't think Mickey Mouse is better than Kids Incorporated.
You don't think Kids Incorporated is better than Mickey Mouse?
Yes.
You mean? Yeah. But we did get Jennifer Love Hewitt, who at the time went by Love Hewitt.
Love Hewitt. She was like a little bit of a precocious pain in the ass.
I mean, she was a child star. I bet she has some stories about her parents and.
Is she's Canadian? No?
Is she?
I don't know.
I think
she was one of my first crushes.
She's everybody's first crush.
Can't hardly wait.
She's in everything.
I know what you did. Party of Five. I know what you did last summer.
Speaking of Party of Five. Exactly. I actually wasn't a Party of Five person.
Neither was I. I was a little too melodramatic for me.
I think I was also a little bit too young for it to like hit me.
You know, it was a little too melodramatic for me, and like Neve Campbell really just got upset a lot. And I didn't want to watch that.
I understand.
Like, Dawson's Creek was, like, melodramatic, but it was still, like, campy, kind of.
It was more for our exact age range. Yeah. I bet if we look at the years, it's released just, like...
It is.
At the right time.
Yeah, and it's, like, ridiculous.
I remember when Dawson's Creek came out, it was, like, all over the news. It was like, are your children watching the show with this crazy theme? And it was, like, because he slept with the teacher.
That was, like, the initial storyline, wasn't it?
Yeah, that Pacey. It was Pacey, right?
Hooked up with the teacher, yeah.
Hooked up with the teacher. Which is now known as statutory rape.
And it's like literally every plotline of Degrassi.
Yeah. I know. Degrassi,
like...
Throw some respect on Degrassi's name.
Degrassi walked so Dawson's Creek could run.
Degrassi literally started walking in the 80s.
It's the best show. I could write a thesis about Degrassi.
I would write my thesis about Degrassi. I think you can like interweave pop culture into Degrassi, every iteration of it.
Yeah.
Like it has a huge implication. Okay? I'm a big Degrassi head.
Okay.
But wait, what was the one we were talking about before Degrassi?
Kids Incorporated?
No, Dawson's Creek.
Yeah,
I remember when that came out. It was like, and I remember my mom being like, "Is this like too adult for you?" And I was like, "Shut the fuck up."
That's so funny.
You took me to see Forrest Gump when it came out, which was horrifying.
Like we watched Rocky Horror when I was like 3.
People were losing limbs in that movie, like on a battlefield. Like it's
Forrest Gump was fucking horrifying.
My sister, who is almost 3 years younger than me. Can you imagine?
She saw in theaters?
Yes, she was scared.
She's like still scarred from it, probably.
I know.
Wait, what was the one that she saw that was like really scary to her? That was funny. Mars Attacks. Yes. Yeah.
There was a period of time where all I had to go was, "Nyeh," and she would lose her mind.
I love Mars Attacks is so fun with the.
Oh yeah,
that really freaked you out, right?
It scared the shit out of her.
I mean, to be fair, the end of it is pretty scary.
The whole thing is scary. It's extremely scary, but it's so campy and funny.
Yeah, it is.
Actually, that would be a good campfire, Mars Attacks.
Yeah, I'll write that down.
Oh, do we have to do those costumes? That's gonna be a lot of work.
Both of us like her?
Both of us just with like
with the hair.
Just put fishbowls.
Yeah. There was another. Wait, what were we just talking about? Scary movie.
Mars Attacks.
Oh my god, do you know what like movie I remember seeing in theaters that like I can't believe I saw in theaters?
What?
Philadelphia.
Oh my god. What year did that come out?
I think 95.
Yeah.
He won twice in a row, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Iconic.
That movie is heavy.
Yeah, it was some heavy shit. Very heavy shit.
Because like at some point my parents like just wanted to go see the movies they wanted to see.
Same.
And then they'd be like, "Oh, Jocelyn's old enough," and then but Jessie wasn't. Yeah,
I can't believe Jessie was there too.
I know.
They're like, Jocelyn will deal with Jessie.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, "It's okay, Jessie. We don't have to go to Vietnam, Jessie." Yeah. Oh my god. A little context for us, please.
No context. I had no idea what I was watching.
That's like, you guys want to go get Applebee's? I'm okay. Yeah. I'll get the chicken finger basket, please.
Did you just get like a milkshake?
My sister and I would always split a cookies and cream milkshake.
Good choice.
You know, for the health.
Great choice.
They used to have pizza sticks in the 90s at Applebee's that were so good.
What?
If anybody else remembers, they were like breadsticks, and you could there was plain cheese ones, and then there was ones that had like sausage on them and cheese, and they were like pizza sticks, like drizzled with pizza, like toppings and baked. And then you dipped them in marinara sauce, and they were like banging.
It sounds so basic, but it was such a novelty.
Oh yeah, we were like pizza sticks.
I know. We were like, oh my god, Applebee's, and now you go and it's like got loaded pizza wings with bones inside and out. It's like
bone in. Okay, like buffalo wings was like a movement.
Was it really?
Yes, like...
they're from Buffalo, right?
They're from Buffalo, New York.
That's where we are.
Upstate. But, like, I remember when they became, like, kind of more popular mass market. And, it was, like, a thing, like, commercials at, like, pizza places that would get buffalo wings. They'd be like, it's not really a buffalo, silly. Because, like, people didn't know what it was.
They didn't get, like, why it was called that?
No one understood.
You know what? To be honest, me neither.
Now we just we know what buffalo wings are, but like, remember when they tried to make spinach and artichoke dip famous? I mean, they did, but it like became famous like all of a sudden.
Big spinach and artichoke.
I think it was
Big Milk.
Who had the dip was Fridays. I think had the first.
Now you can get it anywhere.
You know.
Now you can have it anywhere.
That was like a thing. Like they shopped around these things that they kind of were like, we're doing
it was like
French onion soup.
It was like a Don Draper in some fucking high rise. That like we'll do French onion soup.
Right.
And now all of a sudden we all have French onion soup.
And now it's considered like your basic American pub food. And it's like at some point somebody picked that to be like mozzarella sticks. Like we just picked and choosed these like sort of.
Do you know what I miss? Arcade Pizza. Was my favorite band also.
What about like a Chuck E. Cheese pizza?
I've never been to Chuck E. Cheese.
I'm sorry, what? You've never been to a Chuck E. Cheese?
No. I've seen the outside of one.
So you've never seen like the animatronic, like
not in real life. I think that I would.
And the mouths are like.
But I remember the episode of The Simpsons when they go to one and it goes, it's your birthday, it's your birthday, it's your birthday, boy or girl. So my brother and I used to say that to each other.
Like you would like literally be eating your cardboard pizza, which had a very specific taste.
The Chuck E. Cheese pizza?
Yes, it was very cardboardy, but like uniquely itself. And, like, I'm sure the sauce had, like, sugar in it.
I mean, they all do.
And so you're, like, eating. Everyone's, like, for some reason you always got, like, orange soda at parties because you, like, never had it at home.
Cal loves orange soda, so.
You know? It was, like, I'll have the orange soda because, like, I don't ever get to have this.
Let's treat ourselves tonight.
Let's have a zesty orange soda.
Yeah, have some for you.
Fine. And then all of a sudden it would just be, like, the lights would go down. And then, like, the animatronics would start to be, like,
oh my god.
And like no sound was coming out yet, but their mouths were already opening.
There's no way you weren't terrified of those.
Oh, they're scary. It's Uncanny Valley for sure.
It's awful.
The Valley is uncanny.
Whose idea was that?
Big money.
Big animatron. I do like a McDonald's playpen area though.
Yeah, a play place.
Of the 90s.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not anymore.
Think about how dirty those were.
When we lived in Vienna, there was a McDonald's like outside of the city that we would go to, and they had an attached like trampoline park.
Oh my god.
Outside.
That's incredible.
So like my mom would take me to like jump on the trampoline.
I mean, I want to go to that.
It was awesome.
That's really fun. Yeah, ours was just like a ball pit, and then you were like, is this a Band-Aid?
Yeah. Like, why is there a diaper?
So many Band-Aids in the ball pits.
Gross. Are they filthy?
Oh, they're like, you don't even have
There's
to
the ones at IKEA too, right?
Like at that, are there?
I think there's like a ball pit at IKEA.
I think a ball pit might be something that grosses me out more than anything.
Oof.
In a post-COVID society?
Ooh, I can imagine there'd be like needles in there and shit too.
Yeah, I'm going to need a Lysol. I'm going to need a 99.9% on contact for that one. Absolutely not. I just watched like a TikTok of someone doing like a close-up of like their finger. And like there's so much shit. Like microscope of like your finger and your fingerprint, and like literally in the ridges of our fingerprints of like even a clean hand, there's so much fucking shit.
No, we're like covered in shit.
Like, and it's like stuck in our fingerprints.
And you know what's like even crazier is that there's like other creatures on our skin eating the shit that's on us all the time. I know.
And like if we do something to like remove some of those bacteria, it can actually hurt us.
Yeah, because we like need some of it.
So
to survive, like you can't take too many antibiotics.
Well, that's true. That we know that's true.
What a delicate balance this life is, isn't it?
Everything here is perplexing as hell.
What are we doing here?
What's happening? Here we go. It always comes down to this question.
X-Files.
I literally saw a thing yesterday where some sort of physicist explained that we never truly touch anything.
Oh, or like a shadow dimension too?
But that's unrelated. Well, it's related, but like literally I'm not even touching this.
Right. So like it's about matching the frequency of
the vibration
of the object that you're touching, and if like you can match it, then you could go through it.
Exactly.
Technically.
But since this vibration and this vibration create
I'm just
a
trying
solid thing,
I'm just trying to poop daily.
It.
You know what I mean? I've been trying to hack my body and be like, okay, colon. You know what I mean? I like try to think of that DNA.
Interesting. I don't see why that wouldn't work. At this point, I like believe anything will work. What did we just watch that where they were eating organs?
Ritual Killer.
The Ritual Killer.
The Rural Juror.
Was that on Prime?
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll write about it in our what we watched. I might not.
There's some other ones that we watched that were like
so we watched this movie called Ritual Killer, and the whole thing was basically like a witch doctor was being paid by really rich people for like powerful potions that help you gain power or success.
Rituals.
And the way that they were doing it is you...
like if you want like... to harness intelligence or something.
You eat the brain.
Of like a child, basically. Right. Of a smart child.
Right. And like, I was literally like the whole point is that what's his name?
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman is in it and he plays
Which is why we watched it.
Yeah. I mean, if you got Morgan Freeman in it, it's about a serial murderer. Yeah. And I was like, check.
Along came a spider.
Right. Exactly. And he's like a professor and he teaches about like different like cultural medicines and stuff. And he was basically like, the whole point was like, who's to say this doesn't work?
Right.
And like, yes, we cannot be murdering people and sacrificing them, but like, who's to say that this doesn't work?
And like amongst the police, they were like, do you believe this shit or whatever?
Yeah.
And it's like, it doesn't matter if you believe it or not. Like
right.
It's still happening.
Either it works or it doesn't.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. So yeah, a lot of things out there.
There's a lot of
things out there. And we don't know anything.
No, we don't. Even of the things that we know, we don't know shit.
We don't know. Everything is a theory.
That takes me back to, I love Smart Guy.
Smart Guy.
I loved those Disney shows.
Is that the one with Tia and Tamara's brother?
Yeah.
Taj
Mowry.
Taj Mowry. That's right.
Yep. And Bug Juice.
It doesn't come in a jar.
It comes from who you are.
I loved Bug Juice.
I always like fantasized about camp, but I never wanted to go.
Oh, I would not go to camp.
I like the conditions weren't ripe for me.
No.
But like Camp Nowhere.
Way too fussy.
Parent Trap.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Bug Juice.
Mm-mm.
I loved all the drama at camp.
Oh,
I love like
Bug
the
Juice
reckless
had so much
abandon
drama
that people had.
Bug Juice was, first of all, so sexually charged.
Absolutely.
For a Disney show about children at camp. These puberty.
Yeah.
Hormones.
We didn't have cell phones.
Can you imagine the audacity of filming poor children during their pubescent times?
In retrospect, it doesn't sound kosher.
It's not nice.
No.
No one should
It's not above bar.
So, like, we should just, like, be left alone.
Yeah, but now, like,
change.
But there's, like, a thing now about influencers' kids being on camera.
Okay.
And, like, what kind of long-term effects that could have on...
I know.
Like, kids that, like, aren't necessarily consenting to being on camera.
I know.
It's crazy. What's going to happen?
I know. And it's so funny because sometimes people or like celebrities will have kids and like they won't show them and you're like, oh, I want to see their kid. And at the same time, you're just like, you know what? I would be the same way.
I know, but at the same time, it's my right to see your fucking kids. You celebrities. How dare you?
But like, honestly, from a personal standpoint, I agree with them. They're right.
Yeah, but then like choose a different job.
Yeah, but like your kids didn't choose that job. So if you have the ability to shield them from the public eye, I actually think that's the right thing to do. Because like a lot of them too are like for example, we don't really see Sarah Michelle Gellar's kids that much.
I know. Can you believe?
No, but that's good because she was like a child star.
The poor thing.
I know. So she probably is just giving them the grace that she wasn't given.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you.
And
I
then
think it's like the right thing.
If they want to join the family business, then they do it on their
I'm
terms.
just saying as a fan and observer.
Well, because like
show me.
They're like from like the Y2K Prince and Princess.
I can't believe they're still together.
I know.
I just can't. And when they got together, it was like so great for me because I was like pretending I liked Freddie Prinze, but I really liked Sarah Michelle.
Oh, it was a nice cover story.
Yeah, it was.
How about the fact that Reese Witherspoon and Ryan Phillippe had kids and stuff. It's like crazy.
Like carbon copies of themselves.
Both of them look so much like both of them at the same time that I like, genetics are wild.
Right?
It's crazy.
I like, that's the thing about celebrity kids. I just want to see what they look like. Because I like to see like, genetics, like how they play out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're just going to have to wait and see what happened.
Cruel Intentions, by the way.
Yeah, one of the worst.
Terrible.
It's deliciously bad.
It is.
Like, if you listen to, like, the lines and stuff. And
oh my God.
And, like, it's from Lily as en Dangereux, which is, like, an old play. Do you know what I mean?
La Traviata.
La Traviata. Which, it's the same plot. Yeah. But, like, in the context of that society, it's very different than trying to make it, like, a modern day thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I literally watched, like, the first, like, 20 minutes of it because it was on TV, like, recently. And I was like, this is fucked.
It's really bad. It's like, imagine NYC Prep is trying to do, like, Shakespeare.
Way worse. Yeah, exactly. NYC Prep was another great.
Yeah, I really love, like, early 2000s reality shows, too.
Just, like, early reality shows in general.
Like, we just started watching the new season of Top Chef, and it's, like, the 20th season or something. Yeah. And it started in 2006. Which was, like, when Bravo kind of, like, started.
Wait, speaking of, we were just talking about another thing that would be, like, a thesis that somebody could, like, noodle on. Mm-hmm. And it's how we, as a society and as the audience, have been socialized by the advent of reality TV and its genesis. Mm-hmm. So, like, for example, when we watch early reality TV, people didn't know how to behave.
No.
And like
it's so bad.
And we were then watching them kind of to see how to behave in a way. Like, how are people behaving? What are people behaving like?
Like, for example, can I give an example?
Yeah, please.
Like, we were watching Real World Las Vegas from 2002.
Yep.
And like
the Trishelle season.
Yeah, like you recall on Real World, they often they like get jobs, right?
Yeah.
They're like set up with jobs in the area. And at this Vegas place, they like work at the club, basically. Mm-hmm. And
in the Vegas hotel. Yeah. Yeah.
And their boss like is so inappropriate with the girls.
You guys, it's like episodes 1 and 2.
And they're like crying out for help. They barely know how to handle it. And like it's so upsetting to see women trying to justify the behavior to make it okay so they can move on and just like continue to have their job and not make a fuss, but they internalize it, and like it's just so bad, and they know it's bad, and they can't say anything. They're like trapped by it.
He like particularly went after Irulan, and like you guys you should watch it just to see this, to see how far we've come, but like it is so bad. And
it's such a vicious cycle because like in her uncomfortableness, like she's not necessarily rejecting him outright, even though all of her physical cues are like, please stop. She's saying no.
He's physically assaulting
her. But like she's not like pushing him off.
She's
not like being aggressive or anything. It's just like,
but she has every right to be.
She's doing what she can do, and they take it as like she's not killing me, so this is a yes to me. Yeah.
And it's so funny because if that happened now,
oh my God.
That would never happen.
It would never happen now.
And so that's part of like showing along the journey of like how far we've come by
to keep us accountable.
The reality TV in a way was they pointed the camera at the people.
Right.
And then we're like, look at how y'all are behaving. And we've kind of been socialized in a way through reality TV as a society.
Right.
Like we're like, don't do that shit.
Like it could be one of the aspects of the origin of this like us kind of correcting our behavior and keep holding people accountable.
Because you see it.
And you see like people reacting in a negative way because being held accountable is uncomfortable for people who misbehave.
Yep.
So it's interesting stuff.
Yeah. I think that the implications of reality TV on us as a society at large are both positive and negative. And I think that it's vast.
I'm still reeling from decisions that Hildy Santo Tomas have made.
Who isn't?
I was like, if I got on the show and I did not get Ted.
Those episodes where she like put hay on the wall of Trading Spaces, I felt so empathetically bad for those people.
It was so painful to watch.
And I kept being like, they better fucking fix this.
And then Paige Davis would like gaslight them.
She'd be like, it's interesting.
Like, you don't like it? Like, why would they like it? Extreme Makeover Home Edition.
I honestly have no words. Like,
we went so hard
bad
on these shows too.
Yeah.
Like when they first came out, we had like the Swan.
cruel. They got way less cruel and mean, and people did learn how to treat each other. It's wild. Like if you look at early seasons of America's Next Top Model,
Jocelyn,
Seance, Tyra Banks is like the pioneer of competition reality TV.
She really is.
And she stumbled into some territory that was very scary.
I have very conflicting emotions about Tyra Banks.
She's singularly responsible for so much stuff.
She's also maybe the biggest troll to ever walk the earth.
Such a troll. She's just shaving people's heads.
Prayance. Do you believe in God?
Her TV show. She had us all putting like Preparation H on our eyeballs. Like,
I loved the Pica episodes.
Oh, iconic. Truly an iconic woman. Like, she really has.
Do you know what other shows? What other shows like really hold space for us is like my Big Fat Gypsy Wedding.
I love those shows.
I love shows like that.
They're iconic. I've watched every episode of that.
Seriously.
For some reason.
No, like we have like the British one too.
TLC needs to apologize to everybody.
And when the spark of youth someday surrenders.
A wedding story?
A baby story?
Are we gonna be okay?
No. I feel like that's one of the first things we like connected on. Was like, you watched A Wedding Story?
Yes. I will have your hand
to see me through. Wait, so when I was in high school, my brother was also in high school, I think. There was a show called like, it was like one of the first dating shows ever. It was called like First Dates or something.
First Dates?
Yeah.
That sounds familiar. Yeah.
And so
you guys love a troll dating show.
We watched Blind Date like every night.
Yes.
We thought Blind Date was like the funniest show ever.
Yes.
Which it was.
Yes.
Is that the show where someone had diarrhea in the hot tub?
In the hot tub.
Yeah, okay. So when we were in high school, this show called First Dates came out.
Yeah.
And it was like the first time there were ever, it was like a dating show. It was like these two people, it's a blind date, and here's their date.
Yes.
Basically.
Yes.
Several years later, my brother is out of college.
Yeah.
He's living with a roommate from college.
Mm-hmm.
And they like have a party, and this roommate's cousin comes, and it's one of the girls from the first season of First Dates. And I don't think my brother has ever been more excited in his life.
Did he call you?
He called me immediately. He was like, "You won't believe who's here."
There's something so funny about like those things that you bond on with your like sibling that you grew up with, like your like littermate sibling.
Yeah.
Like
that like no one else understands.
No. There's stuff like with my sister. Like I'm at the point now with my sister where I like can't be in the room with her without us laughing. Like we are so.
You just recently did something about the dog's arm. What's his name?
Candy's arm.
Candy's arm.
Like these are like inside jokes that go back to like your kid, like your kid's sibling.
Yeah.
Like it's like this is such a stupid story, but it was like our friend's older sister, who is like older by like 8 years, had a boyfriend. So when we were in like elementary and middle school, she was like an adult teen.
Like cool Gen X.
So we thought everything she did was so cool. We loved all her clothes. We loved all her makeup. And she always had like some annoying boyfriend that we thought was annoying because we were little kids. We're like, he's annoying.
Yeah.
And she had this boyfriend named Craig. And he comes out of the bathroom one time, and this like just to embarrass us, because I think we were like little girls, he was like, somebody, and they had this golden retriever named Candy. And we're from New England, so he comes out of the bathroom, he's like, I don't know which one of you did it, but there's a log in the toilet the size of Candy's arm. And my sister the other day, she referred to something as being as big as Candy's arm.
Something.
It was
a log.
It was poop. If you don't text your sibling about the diarrhea.
Did you even poop?
And she was like, Candy's arm, she brought it up. And I was like, I know exactly what she's doing. The size of Candy's arm.
I love shit like that. That's so funny.
God. I love that.
Ugh.
Oh, that's a deep cut.
Yeah.
That was a fun question.
Yeah.
I feel like we touched upon like every.
I feel like
a whirlwind.
I could literally keep talking about it
forever.
I know.
Like, let's keep, like, write in kind of questions like that, or if there's something that we missed that's, like, a deep cut.
Yeah.
Email us, podcast@Bijou Candles. Like, literally anything goes. Like, any subject that you want to talk about pop culture-wise.
Anything.
Like, it could be, like, a toy,
It could be literally anything. If you have an interest in something that's random, tell us about that.
We want to talk about it.
Yeah.
And we'll be back next week with a campfire.
Like and subscribe.
Please subscribe.
Rate us 5 stars.
Rate us 5 stars if
Give us a nice
enjoying
review.
it. Yeah, please. All this stuff really helps us out so that we can continue to do it. And we'll be back, and have a great weekend, Candle Coven.
Thanks, Candle Coven.
Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.